So on Chris Cuomo's show, he had Kayleigh McEnany, just big voice in the media for the Republican line, gigantic supporter of Donald Trump. I would say to a fault, as will be demonstrated here.
If he didn't lie, if he didn't take things out of context, if he didn't demonize people for being different, if he didn't make it okay to be bigoted, then he would not get the same kind of criticism.
He doesn't lie.
Look at this.
Press
you
lies.
don't look at Fox News and call it state TV, and people aren't going to call you out for being unfair to a media organization.
He doesn't lie. Guess who lies? The press lies. And
you
don't take
think
it from
this
me.
president has ever lied?
Take it from Jim Comey, who literally called out in New York.
You don't think this president has lied to the American people?
No,
you
I
have
don't
to answer
think
that
the
question
president has
first.
lied.
He has
I don't
never
think the
lied to the American people.
No, I don't
Kayleigh
think the president
McEnany, your
has lied.
credibility will be shot with my audience if you don't back off that statement.
People. I think MSNBC has lied to the American people. I think the fake news has lied to the American people.
Has the president lied to the American people?
Chris, let me respond.
Can't answer it.
Jim Comey,
Bad sign.
literally.
Kayleigh McEnany, do you believe this president has ever lied to the American people?
No. I don't believe the president has lied. I believe the fake news media. Do you believe the fake news media has lied?
That blew my IFB right out of my head.
Do you believe the fake news media has lied?
Interview's over, Kayleigh. Please, if you can't admit that this president has lied to the American people, you will not have credibility with the audience.
Wow. Okay.
But I'll catch you next week on Chris Cuomo.
I know,
Prime
that's
Time.
the thing. Like, so look,
maybe not though. I don't know. Chris Cuomo always surprises me. And that's what I really have grown to like about him. I used to not really watch the show, but like he has made an effort to have conversations, like real conversations, bounce back and forth. I think they have some trouble in that show, like really identifying like the Republican type swing voter, because they keep bringing like Anna Navarro on to represent them.
Yeah.
And also have her on as like the moderate Democrat. And and it's like
which is weird.
She's a Republican.
She is a Republican.
We need to identify, but that's the part
resistors liking you doesn't make you a Democrat.
Yeah.
That's not how that actually works. Yeah, no, he is surprising. And look, we give him a lot of credit for being one of the only people on either of the two big channels that will allow progressives on. We were just showing the video with Jenkins, so that is good. My advice would be, her credibility was already shot. She doesn't have any credibility. There's no point in having her on. It's a waste of time. It's funny. That's one of the reasons we're showing it, is because it's funny, but it's not, you're not gonna get anything out of her. He's never lied. I got news for you. There is nobody that has never lied. I support Bernie. Bernie's definitely lied at some point, right? I support AOC more than the vast majority of most things in this world. She's definitely lied at some point. That's because she's a human. He's a human. People are human.
Right. She lied to that penguin about the fact that she was going to stay at that part of the aquarium.
Exactly.
But then she ran to the other side of the aquarium.
And then she ran over. Gigantic liar. And Trump has definitely lied. Let me just show you briefly. You probably don't need to see this, but a little graphic. The overall number of lies you're going to see in 928 days. He's made 12,019 false or misleading claims, and you can see the number per month underneath. It's trending up. So. Yes, he's lied. It is absurd. If you can't pass that bar, how are you on TV? And honestly, like, she's gonna be on TV 100 more times this year. There are so many people, I'm not even talking about myself, organizers, activists, educators, authors. There are so many people that deserve time on these channels, and instead it's gonna go to people who are just there to lie. It's like, okay, we've got someone from this side who's gonna lie to you. Now we need to balance it by having a person from this side who's gonna lie to you.
But it's interesting though, because you say that you fight on the show not to normalize things. And so, and even saying like, here's the number of lies, something very, very obvious. I'm sure in that, I mean, in their meetings, there has to be someone saying like, do we just keep her out of the show and silence that, or do we have her on and make her look like an idiot?
And have him fight her.
And have him fight her
I get it. And that is a philosophical distinction. Some people definitely think you should address it and fight it, and I get that. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are gonna see that clip. Maybe it'll be persuasive.
I do just one image of the person whose job it is to count Trump's lies and what their desk must be covered with, which must be just empty bottles of Everclear.
Yeah, probably.
Just like, I can't anymore.
Nothing is real. It's like in those old Lovecraft novels where people's like ability to perceive architecture is destroyed by astral consequence.
Did you get that one, nerds?
Some did. Some did. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.